Hello, everyone. This is Maria from mariascraftingcorner.com. I hope you are all doing great today, and welcome to another paper pumpkin kit alternative. I decided to start a little earlier because we were having a conversation. I was getting into the conversation, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, yeah." Anyways, so hello, Suze. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Elizabeth. How are you? Um, I am glad to hear that you are doing well. So what's happening is Susan and I were having an email chatting conversation kind of setting, and we were talking about the Stampin' Up and the stuff that's coming and woohoo! I got my stuff kind of setting, or I got my new goodies, and that's always good news, of course. And so within that conversation, hello, Patty. Hello, Adrian. We were talking about, well, how much I got and whatever. And I know that I've told you guys I have slowed down a little bit in the buying process because I need to use my stuff, right? I just very basic. Hi, Rosie. Hi, Louise. Hi, Nancy. And so we were talking about, sometimes, and I can understand the reasoning. Sometimes the sweets have more or less the same sentiments in different font or bigger or smaller or stuff like that, but it's just more or less the same. Hello, Emma. And I struggle with that, right? Like a bit. I struggle a bit. So we're talking about this. Now I understand because part of the goal as a company is to get people to buy. And if you have somebody that's rather new, they are going to get, a suite, let's say, because everything is matchy, well, mix and matching. And so it's good to have like a happy birthday or you're loved or that kind of stuff. So um it's I get the reasoning behind it. It's just for those of us that kind of buy a little more, I wish they had more options. And funny enough, I was checking right before the live, and that's why I started a little earlier. And it is, I'm gonna go to the crafting table real quick. That's not gonna get it. Okay, let me see. And I wanted to show you a couple of the ones I really like nowadays. So listen, Susan and I were talking about Lisa's, right? The one from Lisa Curcio, the Charming Sentiment, is probably one of my favorites because it has a lot of like just cool sayings, of course, and on top of that, they have the cutting, right, like the dies for them. So I really, really like that. But this one is one of my favorites. I let me tell you, it's one of my favorites, and ta-da, I have not used it, right? Like, hello, Maria. But I like this one because although it has a little bit of the same, it has a lot of things that are different, right? Like hope this is a feeling better kind of day. I love that one. There is no good card for this. Cancer sucks. Like there is things. This is what I wish we had more of. Um, I don't have the right words to say. Right. Like I think that that's such a more realistic of what we really want to convey in a card. Like, well, this is comforting thoughts or whatever. But I really like that one. Oh, good, Emma. Yes, this is a good one. This is more religious, but it's also nice. This is very different. The other one that I like very much is this sending support, and it's kind of the same thing. And I don't know if this one is retired. Oh yeah, it is. It was a celebration. I just have them separate in a place because I know they're the ones I really like, and like some days are harder than others. Hope Today's is kind of the same. Hope Today's is like kind of better. Um, I like this one. There are so many ways you might feel right now, right? And it's okay not to feel okay. Like there's things I really like about some of these. And so I just wanted to share them with you. I guess this one was a celebration one, but I just keep them into I really like sentiments. And I keep them separate, like I said. So I have them pretty handy. Actually, I have them here because I like them and they're handy. It shows how much I use them though, but yeah. Let's see. Dev says, "Hi, Dev. How are you? Oh, yeah, that one is perfect. She says that she makes card for a local women's council group, and that's perfect. It is definitely perfect. Hi, Linda. Welcome to our little group. We have a fun group in here. Um, we get sometimes a little bit spicy, I think. We just have a lot of fun, Linda. I sometimes wish we were like just relaxing, having some wine in another setting and not these um, setting, but hey, this is what we got, right? Okay, so I kind of move from all these regular announcements I do say, right? Usually. Um, I do want to tell you, if you're new here, if you don't have a demonstrator, and if you want to become a demonstrator, this is the time to join. So right now there's a huge offer to join Stampin' Up. It includes, so usually our deal is you buy about $125 worth of product for $99, right? Which is very good. So you're having about 25% discount, and shipping is free, which, by the way, that's a great discount in itself. And but now on top of that, for the same $99, you have the whole set of new ink colors, and they usually do this so yearly. They try to promote, of course, the new ink colors, so you will get the 5 ink pads, the 5 pattern papers, so it's a 6x6 special paper. The Help me out because I forgot. Well, it's about $80 extra worth of money, and so you will get all of that for free and for $99. So it is a wonderful time. If you want to join, I will love to have you in my team. I have a very small team, mainly a demonstrator, hobby demonstrator, but we have a lot of fun, and that's good. And so, anyways, let me know if you're interested. If you are interested, guys, um, this is my email, and you can send me an email or go to Maria's Crafting Corner and reach me out there through the contact set. So that's all I really wanted to say. There's an extra few things, but I think we're going to skip those, and maybe I'll remember towards the end. Maybe. Okay, so we did a similar card a while ago. I don't know if you guys remember. I'll make it, and I know you'll remember. But the difference is this extra one had like a triangle that we added to the card, and what we're doing today is going to be a little bit different because it's going to work really well with. Well, okay. I hope it's going to work really well with with the card I have in mind. And I just as a disclaimer, guys, remember this is a less planned video. When I do the paper pumpkin kit, I have an idea in my brain, and we pretty much get together and finalize my idea. So I hope that is okay. Um, let's start with a piece of black cardstock. Another little comment. So if you know about paper pumpkin kit, cool. I'm just going to tell everybody paper pumpkin kit is a kit that you subscribe monthly and you receive monthly, and it's about $25 right now. I think it's $24.50. Hi Sonia, welcome. Oh, thank you, Sonia. I appreciate you sharing and liking it. That's really cool. Thank you. And these are self-inclusive kits, right? Like you really need nothing else to do whatever projects they designed. What I like to do is some extra alternatives, but I do try to keep it within the kit only most of the time. What I bring always are my tools. So bone folder, the scissors, the trimmer. If I want to use maybe daubers or my blending brushes, I will always utilize the same color as the spot, which is also brought on the what's included in the kit. So I always use the big one, right? Because it doesn't make sense for me to open them when I have this one already here and open, and it does not make sense. The only thing I usually add extra is the black cardstock and or white cardstock. It kind of depends on the kit. I'm able to use just one. Sometimes I have to use both. For this kit, I will be using both. Or for this card, I will be using both. Thank you, Elizabeth, for sharing. I do have a disclaimer this time. So Stampin' Up has like moved a little bit from just having the paper pumpkin kit, and what they think that what they decided is that it's probably good business. I'm assuming that they have some dies for the paper pumpkin kit, and at some point last year they were doing like dies per kit, right? And I guess that was probably not as good, and so what they decided was, okay, we're going to make dies per quarter, and I'm assuming that's probably a much better idea, because when you have when you think okay, I can use this dice in three different um, kits, that makes more sense to buy. So I did not buy the first quarter one, I have to tell you, but I love the second quarter one and I bought them. And so I will use them most likely in our alternatives. They are available only to Paper Pumpkin subscribers. And one of the reasons why I love that is this one is because it brings a big thanks. And let me show you. And I love the big thanks. I do love big wordings. It's one of my defaults. If I see a big word in a die, I'm gonna get that because I just like them. Okay, so this is a regular piece of basic black cardstock. It measures just a regular 8.5 by 8.5 by 5.5, and we are going to score at 4.25 first. So we're gonna remove that. We're gonna score at 4.25. We're going to move 1 inch, so 5.25, and we're going to score. We're going to move. Hello, Renee. Welcome to 6.25 inch right there, and we're going to score. We're going to move to 7.25, and we're going to score. And finally, I'm going to move to 8.25, and I'm going to cut. So really what we needed, it was a piece of 8.25 by 5.5. Just remember that I'll have those measurements down below. I just have made this way. So, well, mainly because I got a little bit distracted there. I was chatting with a friend, and then I realized it was late, and then I moved. I have to do this. And yeah, you know how life goes, right? Okay, welcome, Anita. I'm so glad you're here. So very simple, 4.25, 5.25, 6.25, 7.25, and it will be no. So Elizabeth is asking if I am live on Facebook. So this is what's been happening, guys. Um, as much as I try, for whatever reason, it's connected to Facebook, but I don't really see the comments from Facebook. So the software I utilize allows me to connect to Facebook and to YouTube, right? And usually what happens is, I here in my tablet, which is what's right in front of me, and that is what handles that software, I could see both comments from Facebook and from Facebook. So very useful, right? But for some odd reason, lately, on the last probably 4 or 5 streams that I was streaming to both places, I could not see the comments on Facebook until the end of the live, or in between. So it was like all of a sudden I had like 4 comments in a row, tak 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 tak, like, hey, how are you? I hope you're doing like. and I couldn't really keep up with them, because at least with YouTube, I'm able to have, I always have it opening here in my computer, so I can like see if there's some slowing, since we've had some issues in the past. But I can keep up Facebook and obviously and YouTube together. So anyways, I made this executive decision of not logging to Facebook, because it just, I feel that people feels not included because I don't see their comments. So that's the reason why I'm not doing Facebook right now. I have to figure out if there's a better way to stream it, but I've not been able to. So in the meantime, here's what we're at. Okay, so this card, this is going to be the front, and this is going to be in the back. Okay, so we're going to start um, folding these. You can fold it, but well, I was going to say something. I was going to get everybody all confused. We're going to start with, so mountain, and hopefully I remember this correctly, guys. Mountain, and then we're going to do valley. We're going to go ahead, whoops, and bring our bone folder, increase those folds, those score lines we did, and then this will go mountain again, and valley. So it's very simple in that sense, right? And I don't know if you remember what card I was talking about. So this goes kind of like this, right? And then this will open like that. In the other case, what we had, it was like a triangle here. It was very, very cute. I'm gonna reinforce these a tiny bit so it closes better. It seems to be a little rebellious, which is fine, right? Okay, but we got it. So it's a very simple card. I was debating, actually, Elizabeth, you're the one, well, you're the one that decided, make me decide what's going to happen next month, next week. I was debating if I wanted to use an album, or create an album, but I was like, I am not sure. And, and I was just kind of debating about it. And then I saw Elizabeth, she sent me a gorgeous album she made for a relative. I loved it, loved it, loved it. And I'm like, I should make something similar with this kit because it's so beautiful. Okay, so this is the base of our card. It's a very simple card, and this is it. Like, there's no further things to do in here now. It does have a few extra pieces, and I'm going to bring one by one, and we're going to build it slowly. I have some of those pieces already cut and glued, and I do that often, guys, just because sometimes it's a lot of pieces, and you don't have to see me or watch me applying glue. So I am going to be using mainly the gray cardstock. So, and I really think this looks gorgeous, guys. It's gray with the white layer in black, okay? And we have 4 pieces that will go on each of this one. And then so let me answer Elizabeth. Yes, I have been doing that, Elizabeth. Elizabeth is saying that I should have add the link to Facebook, and I really got distracted today. So sorry about that, but you're totally right. So this is what we're going to be using. Like I told you guys, these are 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 each is an inch. Sounded confusing. So these pieces so you will need 4 pieces of 7/8 by 5 3/8, and then that's white cardstock, and then 4 pieces of DSP that will be 3/4 by 5 1/4. Okay, and we're going to start gluing some of these pieces around and get this card ready. I think that what's going to make this card beautiful, I sure hope so, anyways, in my mind, it's beautiful. It's the decorations, because it's definitely not a complicated card to make. And guys, I got my Stampin' Up products today, so I was very excited about that. very, very excited. Just remember that this has a pattern. The pattern of the cardstock is not necessarily straight, right? Like it's not a clear pattern, a, a clear direction in the pattern. But sometimes, like this one, it's much more defined because I don't know, you have one here. Just pay attention to it. Like in this case, I think I'd rather have this one up, because in spite of the fact that this little wing is looking, that side, you have this one and this one. It seems this one too. So it feels more that way. Yes, I can do that. I have part of that's, again, it just gets a little busy sometimes. I will show you. I did not get a whole lot, guys. I promised myself to be more mindful, and I did that. I did get a couple of extra sweets, and yeah, I'll show it towards the end, since there's no other cards to show, right? So I can show you what I got. Okay, so this is how this is going to go. I am thinking right now that we may need a belly band, but I'm not sure. It does not go well with my idea. So maybe just let it be, right? Anyways, I just thought about it. I thought this was going to be more flat, but it's not. I don't remember the other one being unflat. Anyways, okay. So this is our first post, and see, I already kind of made. Oh, it's fine. I think it'll be fine. I was thinking I made a mistake, but I think we made it. See, this one, I should have paid more attention. So I'm going to remove it anyways. Wish me luck, guys. Because this one definitely, as I am talking to you about being mindful with the pattern, I was not. Okay. So, removing that, see, like I put it like this, and like this definitely needs to be that way. So, since that happened, I'm glad, because I have two other pieces to add here, and let me bring all the pieces for these ones. So we're going to have, yes, yeah, I agree with Cynthia. A belly band will be the option here. I'm trying to see how I want this, guys. Give me 2 seconds. I don't think it'll be too much of a difference, because my goal is to get a whoops, here I go, going to put it backwards again. My goal is to get a butterfly right there, like in that corner. So I hope that works, and if it works, it'll be fine, and if it not, well, you guys know my idea. So I have here a piece of 1 1/4 by 4 1/4, and this piece is going to go right here. So where we're going to build is kind of like a, I don't know how to call it, like an escalated. No, I don't know the word. So I'm gonna glue this in here, and then we're gonna put another piece in here, and then we'll have the back. So instead of that triangle here, we're going to have some like building up to the whole center of the card. So for this piece, of course, I have another piece of white and a piece of that same gray cardstock, okay? And I am going to adhere this right now. And then I'm going to adhere this one as well. Okay. Yeah, making sure again that I am paying attention. Okay. And now I'm going to turn it on the other side, because I do that kind of like a staircase. Yes, Nancy, thank you. You guys know I always decorate both sides, which is why my cards are always thick. I'm okay with that. You don't need to do it, right? just always remember, you don't need to do it. And I am going to add, guys, I'm going to add glue on the top. Let me see, on the bottom and on the other side, but not on what would be the top of it. And yeah, that would look good. So kind of like that. And this piece belongs to the to some of the envelopes. I love tears. That's the word I was looking for. Hey, what would I do without you guys? Thank you, Louise. I really love this paper. The beige with the gold is probably one of my favorite. It's not a card base, which is very funny. It's, you know, the envelopes, but I just love that color combination. And I'm going to glue this in here. So what's happening here is I'm leaving some space to add stuff later. And you'll see. And I, again, remember, I have not done this previously, so I don't know well what I have in mind. My thought process, so you guys have an idea, is to be able to put some acetate in here, some little, and then have some like quote unquote flying butterflies. So hopefully that comes by. I'm gonna add this here later, just because I feel that I want to decorate this first. So for this area, this is what I came up with. Same, so this is just a regular, right? 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I have 1/8 smaller, a little bit 1/8 smaller in here, and we're gonna glue these all to the card base. Okay, let's add that. And I have to tell you guys, these, I think I may order another, like a refill of it. It's just so beautiful, especially if I want to use that to make a kind of mini album. I will need some extra paper. So okay, and now, so this piece comes in the kit, right? So I'm going to add this in here. We're going to make it, it's more or less like a, I want to say like probably like 1/4 of an inch from the gray cardstock. So we're going to put that one in. Hello, Joanne, how are you? Then I have an extra piece in these measures, 3 3/4 by 4 3/4. And I want to say, yes, 3 3/4. I'm sorry, guys, I have my cheat sheet here. By 4 3/4. So this is about half an inch bigger than this piece. So this is going to fit perfectly in it, right? And what we're going to do, let me bring my trimmer. We're going to align these. I'm using here my the right side of my trimmer, and I'm going to align a 1/2 inch, and I'm going to glue this, okay? I'm going to score that at 1/2 inch, and we're going to bring these. We're going to fold it and bring our bone folder so it really, really folds, because it's been a little bit rebellious. And yes, you guys kind of figure this out. I am bringing a piece of tear and tape, and we'll try to do 2. I've been doing 2 lately. I feel much more confident when it has 2, of course. And there we go. So we have these 2. Before I glue this, I had already cut, let me bring another piece. This is just a little white piece. It's got, and it is, I think I want to say it's about it's also about 1/4 of an inch smaller. And I just made it that, so it's different. But I like these so you can write whatever you want to write in here, right, to the center. So I'm going to glue this. I'm not going to stamp anything else. You'll see why. It's not going to be needed. And truly, I may put some decorations later on, but we're not going to stamp further. So I'm just going to move these right there. So this is Technically, this is 4¼ by 3¾ so this one will be 4 by 3½. Okay, but again, remember those measurements we'll have up there. And what we'll do is we're going to create this little mini fold in here. We're just going to add these to our gold piece. But before I do that, I want to decorate this. So here's what I got. I got these. This comes with the kit. It's in that gorgeous color combination. I already told you guys I love it. And we're going to use these butterfly as well that comes in the kit. But I don't know. I just didn't like this like that. Only I don't know why. It just did not speak to me. I like these better. For whatever reason, I like this better than just the gold. Maybe because, I don't know, because there's texture to it. Once you lift this up a little bit, like you can see the texture. So you can obviously do whatever works best for you guys. I just think that it looks better with this underneath. Don't ask me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the piece. I'm going to make sure that it's all covering because it fits. The big butterfly fits in here. We have to move it in a way so it all fits, but it does. Or it fit at some point. Or maybe I was just making that up. Okay, let's see. Maybe it was like that. Okay, it was like that. So I'm moving these in here. This is all fitting. Again, I'm just making sure that it's all within the boundaries. I'm looking in the back. It is. And I am just going to add these to this paper. What I'm going to do, instead of it's going around the butterfly, but a little bit further, right? So it doesn't spill over. Okay, something like that. We're going to add this. So what I could see is that it needs to be all the way there and all the way to the top. It looks like we need to move this a tiny bit more in here. And that does. Okay. Man, that was not supposed to happen. Now I'm just going to chop off that bit. I could have totally, and guys, I remind you that I am live, and so I have less time to kind of be more mindful about how to cut this and be save paper, right? Obviously, I could have saved this, made this differently, but I am live and I don't have a whole lot of time to think about that right now. So my thought process is when you're doing this, just, measure it better and be sure that to cut only what's needed. So you save a little bit of that paper. Now that, of course, you guys could see it has a really different form. Like it's not a regular card base, or it has like that cut in between. And so I think that that's one of the reasons why I didn't think much about, let me save a little bit of that. Okay, so I'm going to bring this. And by the way, if you watch Rachel Tasman, she gave a really, really good tip. And it's to bring your ruler and kind of put it here at the base of the wings so you can fold them, and they fold better. I'm not going to do a whole lot because this is going to be inside anyways, but I wanted to push it a tiny bit up. So let's go ahead and add glue in here. And yes, I'll show you. There is a tiny bit of space there, but it doesn't matter because it's so small. It's going to look like it's part of the background, right? See? Like it just blends right in. Okay. So now we have that. And of course, it's always so much better if I do this straight. You guys know I always struggle with my glue. Like I put it on and then I forget it moves, and guess what? Then it moves. Now let me tell you something before I go any further. I actually cut these to fit our So it's, you know, a little bit bigger than these frontal piece. Sorry, I completely spaced it out. I was trying to figure out how to explain what I was doing, but I think the easiest way to show you is to show you instead of me trying to explain it. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that the gold piece that comes in the kit is a little bit bigger. You see? Oh, maybe this one's not the one I cut. So just forget about it, guys. I thought this one was the one I cut, and then it has like a cut in here. Sorry, guys. Disregard. That's me. Okay. So now we're going to glue this in here. So we're not going to see any of that black. And we're going to adhere this to our card base afterwards. Oh, before I cut, I've been doing this, guys, lately. After I put the tear and tape, you just cut the corners. It just makes it a little bit easier. And it's easier to glue, and it's easier to glue because you don't have to align all sides, right? I guess that's the important part. So I'm going to take that one off, and since that one was coming off at the same time, it didn't. Okay, fine. I was hoping for a double whammy, but it didn't happen. So we're going to remove that one. And it's fairly rebellious. So I'm going to go on the other side. There we go. Ta-da! And all I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere these to here, right? So I adhere the little flap to the top of my decoration there. And I'm not very good with adhering flaps, guys. But in this case, I think it's a little bit easier because this is a manageable size. Wait, see what I'm saying? I'm not really good at this. Let's see. Maybe if I do it this way. That worked. Look at that. Look at me. Okay, it's a little bit bigger in here. It's about a 16th. No, it's a little bit less than a 16th. I am not going to try to cut it, guys. If I could cut straight like some people can, I would totally do it. But you guys have seen me, you know it's not me. So this is going to come here on the front, and this is going to be up towards, kind of respecting that same 1/4 of an inch. So that's where we're going to locate it. It's okay that there's going to be some left over here. I don't mind it, and this is going to be on top here with these. So I feel that it will look fine. And now we're going to add our little, I don't know how to call it, but a little flap area in here. And there we go. Just bringing it towards me, guys, so I can see if it's straight, because it's harder sometimes when I'm looking there. Okay, so this is the inside of the card, quote unquote. This is going to be the outside, just like that. Okay, and so now we're going to bring the second piece. So the second piece is 2 1/4 by 4 1/4. So it's the same extent. This is going to go glued in here. I'm just making sure this is really going to fit well because it's in the fold. Let me turn this. It looks like it does. Okay, so I have the same color combination in here, so I didn't change much. So gray on white, and then we'll bring the beige on white. Okay. Okay. And we're going to add these to our piece in here. And just so you guys know, I did use like one card base for this, and then just an extra bit of another card base for this. I have said this also. I always feel like I should say it every time, and it is, I don't, like, my goal is not to save and save and save the paper pumpkin kit, because once I'm done in the month, I try to have the least amount of leftovers, because I will most likely not work with them again. Here is that other piece. These again belongs to to the envelopes. And this is going to be the back of our little piece in here. So same idea. Okay, we got that. I am not going to add anything here because this will be already too high for this. You see what I'm saying? Like I want these to be seen on without this. So that's what I'm not going to add anything. And I guess I'm trying to say I'm going to leave a opening like I did in here. And now we're going to add this to these pieces, and I have to be very mindful here because it needs to go all the way to the edge. I know that most of the time I always say don't do it all the way. Well, in this case we need it all the way to the edge, okay? Because these needs to be aligned enough that it will close well, so it won't go after the boundary here. So I'm moving this as much as I can towards the edge and then making sure that it's within the boundary, and it is, right? So now you could make this smaller. Yes, you can. I wanted all the 4 inches because I think it loses elegance if you have like halfway pat, like these halfway here. I don't know, the end halfway there. So I think that that looks good. And now we're going to bring the other piece. So, and now that I see this, I think I cut this a little too small, but we will survive. What am I doing? I'm glad that I cut myself. So this is going to go aligning here just like that. And now you can tell how the card looks. And I'm going to adhere this. This is much easier. I'm going to extend that. It's easier also. And I'm going to align, you know, the corner, make sure that it's aligned all the way to the bottom in here and with the edge, the side edge. So just making sure it's all there. And then I'm going to close it, and these all should like look aligned together. So that's why I'm closing it, so I can make some adjustments if needed. So it looks fairly aligned. It does not have to be perfect, guys. We've had this conversation. No perfect here, but I want it to be aligned that way, okay? So this is how it's going to open, right? It's pretty cute on its own, and now we get to do decorations. Woohoo! So a few things I have. The first one is I made, I'm bringing them here, a couple of quote-unquote grasses. I did try, so I kind of sort of cheated a tiny bit. So this is what happened. I was trying to draw my grasses. Not a good idea. So I am definitely the stick person, right? Circle and sticks, and that's as good as I can get. I can color very well, but drawing, guys, not my thing. Not my thing. So I did use a stamp, and I used this stamp from our Easter bunny, and made it a little bigger. You can barely tell a stamp. If you're good drawing, just go ahead and draw some grass. Mine was disastrous, right? I tried. And I'm not even sure if I'm going to use it, but I just want to show you I tried. The second thing, let me bring here, I did use the dies that come, you know, that are part of these kit. And I've showed them to you. I have them here. They're 4 dies, and I love them. So I did cut a couple of butterflies. This one is cut from that white cardstock, and it's the same butterfly. And I cut an extra. So let me show you. So the dies bring the butterfly, and then it brings, I guess, the inside of the butterfly and the outside of the butterfly. So you can cut them just like that, right? And stamp and use the stamp. That will look gorgeous. Or you can cut them both. So what I did in here was I cut one full one, so one complete one, and then the other one, and use the beige from the envelopes to the back, so I have like a body. And then I made another one in gray, and all I did with this one, guys, is it's white paper, and I brought the ink and my blending brushes, blend a little piece, and that's how I cut it. I did create a little bit of extra dimension. It's really hard to see. Using a little bit of a sprayer, so of water, right? So it kind of creates some reaction, but that's all I did. I do have another piece, another full piece in here, so I'm gonna create that same background, and that way it has a background and is noticeable enough. So that's what I did. If you receive the paper pumpkin, guys, I do totally recommend that you get the dies. First of all, well, let me start with the basics. I don't have Stampin' Up dies that are butterflies. I don't know why. I think that the butterflies that I've seen in the past, they were not, I didn't love them. I don't know. I did not get any other butterflies. I know you if you've been here before, you probably know I'm not lying because you have not seen me using butterflies. The last time I used butterflies was with the um, those butterflies that came with the perennial lavender. And so these are just cutouts. Which, by the way, if you have this, they will work wonderfully here, right, with this kit. So don't forget to mix and match all the stuff you have. And so now we have two beautiful butterflies, one in white with that color, and then white in gray. And I just want to show you, those are the butterflies we're going to be working with. The second thing I have, it's two. Nancy, this kit is called Delicate Wings, and it's April's kit. I did have two cutouts, one in that beautiful color. So I used one. That's why I was thinking, I got confused. I thought that the piece I had used was, that was where I cut this piece, but I guess I used another one. So, and one in white, and I'm just not sure which one I'm going to use. So if I use the white, then I'll be that. If I use this one, I'll probably glue the white to it so it's a little stronger. Okay. And we have a few butterflies in here, many beautiful butterflies. I have them all already in a bag because it was driving me insane, guys. I had like all the butterflies all over, all messed up. It was kind of, yeah, it was really annoying. So I'm going to keep working mainly in the same tones. So in this case, for example, the gray butterflies, or maybe these ones that have the gold, but I'm not going to bring any of the green butterflies in, or the moody moth. I think I like more to keep it limited to those colors. So this is my thought process. Let me have here's my very elegant grass. So my thought process is I can put like a little bit of grass in here, and then the thanks like intertwine, right? You guys love, I know I like my intertwining, and I think I'm gonna keep the gold. And then I have two other pieces of grass. Hopefully, what's the name of those? The elves didn't take them, because that happens so often in my lifetime while I'm doing my lives that they probably took them. That's fine. At least one. If I don't have the other one, then I won't use it. But my thought is, or something like that, like, right, you have some grass, because quote unquote, right, butterflies and grass kind of like mix and match. We don't have flowers, so that's what I think. So anyways, so Elizabeth says that she wants the dice, but she's not a subscriber. I'm sorry about that, girl. I would say I don't know. I really like the paper pumpkin kit. I know that for some of us that do more, you know, cards every day, a kit sometimes sounds like not worth it. Um, I think this is what I want to say. From when I started buying paper pumpkin kits until now, I've seen a tremendous, um, I'm trying to use the right word. It's not improved because the other ones were beautiful, but a tremendous growth on the paper pumpkin kits. They just keep selling beautiful kits and beautiful kits, and I'm very pleased about that because I have a few paper pumpkin kit subscribers, so that's good for me. So if I let me see if I can find here the other grass, which I can't find it easy. So I'm gonna take off the grass because I have like 3 of these guys. How often does that happen? I don't know how is it that they get. So I found another one that seriously I had 3 of them. I don't know where I put them. Every single time, guys. So Nancy's asking, are the dies in the kit as well? No, thank you, Adrienne. The dies are bought separately. So I have these 2, and okay, I give up. Oh, here's the other piece of grass, quote unquote. So my thought process is, so we can put the grass in here, maybe like that. Bring the thanks just like there. Maybe this one there. You're barely seeing like that. Okay. And then we can decorate. So I want it to be a thanks. And I think that it matches, right? If I put thanks and then put I'm always here for you. Is it too odd? I'm just asking, guys. I thought I was thinking about it. I was like, no, it makes sense. It's a good thanks. I'm here for you. I don't know. I thought it was good. But okay, let me move these out of the way. I don't need that. I wish I found my grasses. I think I'm gonna keep the grasses now that I found the other one, and I just trying not to lose them. They're there in the back. I was thinking of white because it's you can see it a little better, but when I put it here, you can see it well. So in real life, you can really see it well. But I am going to strengthen these piece with the die with the other one. So that probably was a good thing that I got those 2. And Elizabeth is saying that they got a lot better. Yeah, I from what I've seen, right? Like I have what I think I started like in February 2022 when I started. So a couple of years. And so I just was like, yeah, I like them, and it's just easy to do. It's just very easy to do alternatives with them. So I definitely that's my jam, guys. Oh, Elizabeth is saying that she have yeah, no, no. So what you're saying is exactly what I thought initially, and it was I am not going to use this. It does not make sense for me to have them, right? Um, because I'm making the cards, so it does not make sense. And that's why I rarely ever buy refills for it because I know that I'm not going to use them, and so I'm not going to waste the money. And that's what it is for me. It's a little bit of a waste of money, so I just don't. So I completely hear you there. Okay, I'm going to bring a couple of the butterflies. I'm trying to see what I got of the smaller butterflies. I told you I'm not going to use those. I may use these when they have different colors, but they're very muted. And so I'm going to use those. Sorry, guys. I could have chosen my butterflies earlier. Here, I'm going to use that one because that's very beautiful. And here's another gray and another gray in that one. Okay, let's put this back in there. I may not use them all, but I just want to have them there accessible. Okay, perfect. Let's move on. I'm just putting away everything. I still have my grasses there. That's so good. Okay, so these leaf can go there. You see outside? I like that idea. So let's start building this up. And I forgot to bring a piece of acetate. Guys, look it up. This is the acetate, and it's the back of a card base of the stamp that comes with the moving this with my stamps. I always save them because for certain things you can reuse them, right? So I'm gonna make a couple of strips. Okay, let me plan this better. I'm going to cut this at 2 inches, put this away, and then I'm gonna cut these. Let's do, so this one measures 2 1/4. I'm gonna do 2 1/2 to start with, and then let me see, move that, and now I am going to cut this at 3. I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut it. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna do 5/8. We'll see how 5/8 work for one, and then 5/8 for the other. Since I couldn't decide between 1/2 and 3/4, but I'm gonna cut this a tiny bit smaller. And this is just because, you know, trying to create that idea that butterflies are flying in different heights. And this one, we'll see. I'll cut that with my scissors if needed. Okay. So I have 3 little pieces. And again, let's be mindful that I'm creating here with you. So I have one of these. So one of my thoughts is I want one around there. We have the beautiful, beautiful big one, white one. And I think I want this one up here. So let's start with our quote unquote grass. I'm bringing my little grass in here. And I think that's where I want that. This one is going to go on top of that. And then we'll bring the one on, the smaller one here on the edge. So this thanks is going to look like that. So I'm going to glue this first. Yeah, oh, there it is. I'm just putting glue on the bottom of it so I don't go over. And if you see, it's right there, like in where these two cross. I'm bringing my thanks here. Maybe there. I think maybe white would have been better. Now that I think about it, guys, I'm sorry, but I think I let go my love for gold, and I decided on gold, so that's fine. So Nancy is asking for the number of the dies, and if you give me 2 seconds, I will get that to you here in a minute. Oh, so thank you, Elizabeth. I appreciate that. And so I'm going to put this one in here. It's very visible. Oops, it's very visible in real life. It does not get sucked by the gold. Okay. So, and now, did I lose them again? Okay, guys, you have got to be kidding me. I give up with this. I had them right here. And can you see them and I'm not seeing them? Okay, I give up with this. It's fine. It's fine, Maria. It's fine. I'm going to bring the, not that one. I think I want this one. These butterfly, and I'm going to put this one in here because it fits very well in there. I was thinking of using this one first, like that. But it's too big, right? It's too big. Maybe if I put it up high. Let's see. I'm thinking, guys. I'm thinking. Something along those lines would be nice. Okay, I just don't want this to be off this edge too much, but I am moving them like that. And so you can't totally see part of it, and I think I like that, like intertwined in the grass kind of setting. Maybe more like that. Yeah. So that's very cool. I lost the other piece of grass. I'm still looking. Oh, I found it. Don't suffer, guys. I found my little piece of grass because I really like how it looked here. Okay, so this one is going to go there. But I really want it a little lower so it kind of covers these where these two pieces meet. So something along those lines, okay? So I'm going to leave that one there. And again, it's from the camera. Let me put it back closer so you can see. Far away, it looks like you can't see it, but from close and in real life, you can totally see it. It's not being like really sucked by the background. So I'm going to leave that one there. It's not glue yet, but I'm going to bring this one. So my grass in here, I'm going to put that grass, and I'm going to line it with this, the gray cardstock. See, it looks like it was meant to be there. It was not, but that's cool. I'll take it. So that one goes right there. Okay, so we have a bigger white one, and this is the one that I probably want in the largest of them. So this is going to be quote unquote floating, and that's why I left that space in the back in here. Hey Sonia, welcome. So I can just get these. There it is. So I just can't get this inside, right? And calculate where I want my butterfly. So that butterfly is going to go there. Oh, thank you, Sonia. It's just like that. And it just, again, I'm calculating where, but it still needs to be within that boundary. I'm bringing one in here and maybe one of the grays right there, kind of like flying off in here. And we'll glue those, and then we're going to bring this one over this smaller one, right? And it's going to go, so I think I'm going to cut these a tiny bit, guys. Okay, there. So just like that. And this other one, I'm going to cut it both ways. So I have a longer scissor, and I'm going to make this. So this is going to be a little shorter, just like that. And we're going to put this one in there, and I'm actually going to bring one of the, I'm bringing, I guess, the gray one of the gray ones, and it's going to go right there below. Where are my, I have them out, but I guess I put them back in. I have the same I forget the name of this sometimes. The glue dots. Yay, guys, I remembered. It's so good, guys. It's so good. So I'm going to bring one there, and I'm actually going to bring this smaller one and glue it to here, maybe like that. So there's one behind the other one, and I'm going to bring a little bit of glue and cut it like that and adhere it there. Okay, so we have one. This one is almost glued there, but I'm going to put some glue now, and nobody's going to see it because we left that piece in there, right? We left it there, and that was totally the whole goal, was so we are able to play with this that way. And then I'm going to bring a couple of glue dots in here, and I'm using glue dots because it's a little bit more discreet than glue. Not necessarily a whole lot, but a tiny bit. So this glue dot decided to get stuck to my fingers, so we'll remove that one there, and I'm going to put that one up there. So we have two glue dots, and it's gonna, I like them always like moving in different, like in different directions, kind of like that. So this one is going to be, it's a little bit off. So, and that's one of the other reasons I like glue dots. I'm going to move this all the way inside our perimeter there, and still gluing there. So that's good. And then we have, where is our other friends? Our other friends are already glued at here. Putting just a tiny bit of glue. We're going in the back. And I'm going to bring my Take Your Pick so it gives me a little bit of spot there. And these are right there. So you see, they're all flying. That's my goal. So I want them all to fly. And then we're going to bring the last one that we did, which was this one. And this one we said it was going to go like right there. You could probably do these a little bit higher, but I'm okay with them there. Or this one could be a little lower. Maybe if I just put it all the way underneath, I can probably make it lower. But I really like that, like intertwined with the grass. So okay. So I'm gonna leave that there. I'm gonna put glue in this wing because that's where this is going to look really cool. Just like that. And there we go. Since these are smaller, I'm going to put them in front of the big gray one, but below or underneath the white one. Or it could be both of them like that. Oh, I actually like them both on the front. Like that. And let's see. I'm just going to bring one here. So there's some fun. And another one of the gray ones. They are a little bit bigger right there, like floating from there. And we made it. That's it, guys. Woohoo! Let's see. So this will fit in a regular envelope, right? And so we have several like layers to it. So this is the front, which is pretty beautiful. You can probably make some decorations here. I was thinking about it and I didn't like think twice. But you can totally bring one extra butterfly or even another sentiment in here. You can do many things. So for example, remember that we had that that we used. You can totally use this one in here because it's not like it's visible but not so bad. Or you can put it, you know, that's a possibility. I'm just going to leave it as is. And then we have the extra. So we turn. This is how it turns. We turn back in here. And then this opens. So we have our I'm always here for you. And then it opens back in there. Actually, we can totally put another piece in here just to cover this. I didn't think of that, but you can do that. I'll do it later, guys. I don't want to like make this a super long video. And just because I need to, I'm going to bring one of the folders, the envelopes. Oh, thank you, Sonia. That's very kind. And again, this should fit in here. I know it's very thick, so here you go. It's very thick. It's very thick, guys, because it has many layers, right? This has layers. All of it has layers. All of it has double layers, I guess. But I'm going to start this way, guys. It should fit. Bottom line. Oh my gosh. There it goes. Maybe. Okay, can I hear hooray here, guys? It did fit. And that this side is easier, of course, because it has that there. Getting this in here is going to be a little bit more, what's the word? Challenging, and I'm not going to fight it in here. But it fits. That's the important thing. The bottom line is it will fit anywhere. And then you will be able to open it like that, right? So, yeah. That's it. That's the card, guys. That's the card we got today. Let me save all my butterflies here. One fell right there inside of that thing. I have to take it off later. And you will not believe it, but I threw everything to the floor. So now I guess you will totally believe it. What went to the floor? I heard it. See? I'm telling you. This is ridiculous, guys. Anyways, gone with the wind. Um, I do have some very efficient. What's the name of those? Very efficient elves in here. Okay, let me bring these. And this is what I was saying, guys. When you have this piece of acetate here, and you can totally use this. If you want it for those. But if you are into this, you most likely have some acetate around, right? So there you go. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Sonia. Why? Yeah, Kathy's saying that she missed the show. I'm not sure why. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Anita and Adrian. Okay, so it's simple to make, right? Really, it's very simple card to make. Um, I actually have thought of doing these more like on just one piece, but I decided I don't want to waste. Thank you, Heidi. Thank you, Patricia. Okay, so the card is done, and I'm very pleased with it. I really like the colors. To me, it's very elegant. This would have been a perfect wedding card if I didn't use the thanks, but I really want to use the thanks. I use a lot of thank you cards. So, and this is what I got extra, guys. And I'm pretty sure you guys figured that I was going to get. So this is Spotlight in Nature. I have not even done anything with it. Again, I got them today, but I really like this because hey, butterfly. But also these are beautiful art. So I really like them. Thank you, Patricia. Thank you, Elizabeth. But I love these dies. I love these dies. Did I mention I love them? Oh my gosh. I have told you guys I like circles very much. I just can't tell you how much I like them being with the little figures in it. I just love them. So I know they were available when the guys weren't on stage, and some of the people have them, and they've shown them. And the minute I saw them, I was like, I want those. So those were definitely these are that was a no brainer for me. And this you'll probably see me using these a lot. So beware, I'll be using them a lot. The next thing, and I don't have them, you know, as always, because I got them pretty late. I got the sweet, the Market Goodness. Let me see. The sweet is called. Oh, the sweet is called To Market, not Market Goodness. It has, and you've probably seen it, but it has some beautiful, beautiful paper. And I'm going to start with the basics. I like gardening. I have. Thank you, Kathy. Oh, you're welcome. I'm so glad that you received them. Um, I am a gardener and I have a veggie garden. So this speaks to me, right? So I had to get it. The paper is very beautiful. I really love little flowers. I know we've had this conversation a few times, few too many, many. But I really love these. I love these too. They're very beautiful. Same as this one. See, like this is a very useful paper because although it has, some veggies, the rest of it, it's really useful. I love the plaid in the back of this one. And I love that it has, already these to cut out. So this was something that I was going to get the minute I saw it, and I knew I was going to, and I'm going to probably make a few of these. The Sweet brings these transparent adhesive back dots, and needless to say, the colors are stunning. You can barely see them there. I'm sorry, but they are. There you go. I want to say this is Blackberry Bliss. Would you say this is Garden Green? They never say. I would say this is the lemon lolly. No, yeah, lemon lime, and just transparent whitish. But I really like the colors in here. And finally, it has. This is the stamp set, and I have not even opened. the Jesus, sorry. Okay, I haven't even opened it, but it does have, so you can cut the stuff from the paper. And I know I've told you 100 times how much I love them, right? It brings a lot of it in like an extra bag, so I really like it. I think it's really good for the what you get. I love these dies. So this is one of the sets I got. And then the second one, or extra, I guess, maybe, I got is the wildly flowering, and it goes back again. I am definitely a paper hoarder. I can't help it. These paper again talks to me, right? It's just very well mixed and match. And I have to, and I know I said this, but when last annual catalog and we had the in colors, um, with it was the Cheerful Daisies suite. I did not really love that paper. There were a few that I liked, but not all of it. It was too much for me. There was too much of a crazy combination, and it just didn't work for me. So, but this one, I absolutely love. I love all of it. Like, this is gorgeous. I mean, look at this. This paper is gorgeous. I don't know who said that it looked like wallpaper from the 80s, maybe, but it's a good wallpaper anyways. This is probably one of my absolute favorites. This color combination. Oh my gosh, yeah. And then moody mauve in the back. So bottom line, these paper I had to have goes back again to that beautiful, some smaller flowers in here. So I just love all of it. This one is probably my favorite, guys. I just love it all. I can't help it. So again, I'm a paper hoarder. I love this paper. You will see me using it a lot. It's gonna be like the countryside in, guys. I yeah, that's what it is. The suite brings a few things. It brings these are called adhesive bath texture dots, and they are like in a more like not bronze. It's like rustic gold. I really like this one. They're brushed. They have like some dimension to it, and then these embossing folder, which is very beautiful. I can see using these a whole lot. And then it has, and then that's the other reason I got this. And then it has some amazing dies, guys. I don't know if you saw them. You can totally get this without the stamps, really. But it has, whoops, it has this big frame. See, so it's one big one, and then in this size, which matches the one with the paper pumpkin kit. So again, these are things I really like. I really am going to use. So this makes sense for me to buy. I did get the wildflower design. I was like, right. It's beautiful. It's not a whole lot to color with, but I think you can do some good stuff with this one, which is why I ended up getting it. Kind of what Susan and I were talking, sending happy thoughts, and you've been on my mind. Not very creative sentiments, but I like the art, so I got all of it. So all the suite, I guess. And where did I put the rest of it? Oh, it's okay. The last two things I got, so this is called Framed in Flowers. I love this paper. It's something that really, I think it's going to be really easy to use, and I really wanted to play with. So the paper brings cutouts, and I think that it's really easy to play with. You can make this a Christmas card. Totally make this Christmas card. Yeah, I think this is going to be easy to play with, especially when this is why I got it. When I am stuck making a card and I'm like, okay, I need something quick, I can use this to make quick cards. And the last thing I got, it was a close to my heart scrapbooking workshop. I thought only the people that actually work with were moving from close to my heart could get them, but I got it, so I'm okay with that. Um, Guys, I said this. I am a scrapbooker at heart, right? I've done that, but I love these colors. I think we'll be able to match them a little bit. Nope. It'll be a matter of playing. I'm pretty sure it'll be perfectly fine. The greens are some of those colors that are not specific. Not specific is not the word. They are not too picky. Like when you put a green against another green, you can tell maybe the difference, but it's much more forgiving. That's what I'm looking. And I really like the paper. That's why I got it. Mentioned paper hoarder, right? So it brings two of each. This is beautiful. It's almost like so saffron, is it? It looks like so saffron. Again, I really like the paper very, very much. I love this plaid. So yeah, and it brings some big cutouts for scrapbooking, which I love. I love this one. It also brings some like muted paper, right? So you can mix and match. So that'll help to create your layouts. And they're just the colors in, but like some have white in the back, some have the same color. I don't know. That's new to me. I've never bought anything close to my heart, but I really liked it. So all these colors, very nice. The kit also brings a lot of white extra paper, and I compared it earlier, and it's not far away from our white. It's a little bit. You can tell. There you go. It's a little bit more more off white maybe, but not like a huge difference. Meaning, if I put this, with these, it's not going to look like, oh my god, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to work fine. And then again, it brings 12 by 12, which is very nice, and some stickers. So, and beautiful stickers. I like stickers. So anyways, that's just what I got. I'm very excited about using these. I'm sorry guys, because I really, really like scrapbooking, and so it's like, oh, this is gonna work just fine. So yeah, that's it, because I hadn't gotten before that a couple of things, right? And so I figured that's all I needed. I did get some extra needs. Oh, it brings like something that says place photo here, and I really like this. This is pretty cool. And the instructions to make the, whatever. Oh, I need, look at that. It has some glue dots there. That's cool. Not glue dots, embellishments. So that's what it got. I just thought it was good to try, and that's where we're at. That's it, guys. Let me move to the top. Man, that was quick. I'm sorry. I moved really quick. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, that's all I got, guys. I didn't get a crazy amount extra. Before that, I have gotten a couple of other sweets, right? So I'm just like, this is good enough. Desiree, are you talking about the colorful one? Which one are you talking about? If you're talking about the last one I got, that is the one that was from close to my heart. So the one that had like reds and blues, and yellows. That was close to my heart. That we could buy. I don't know if I thought, again, I heard that at some point that it was only the people that had moved from close to my heart that were going to get them. And then I just saw it, and I'm like, oh, how beautiful, I'm going to add it. And I didn't have a problem. So I'm guessing everybody can get them. So yeah, Desiree, if that's what you're asking, it's actually a workshop. They used to call them workshop. It's more like a suite, and it's called Enjoy the Ride. Oh, Nancy. Just that's so funny. She's saying my job is done. I just made her buy some stuff. Well, I mean, I have to tell you guys, there's there's some things that are, I mean, they have many beautiful things, many beautiful sweets. I just can't buy it all because I don't use it all, right? Like, it's just, that's the problem. And so I really think that buy what you need. I should be saying that, right? Buy what you need, guys, or what you know you're going to use. I know for sure that those, like the circles I'm going to use, dies is something I use. I love dies and love dies. That's no news. So buy what you're going to use, you know? Okay. Thank you, Adrian. Have a great weekend. Okay, guys, I know I've been talking for a while. I'm sorry I kept you, but you wanted to see what I got, which was not very much. I'm pretty sure there are, you know, Tammy White tends to buy like the whole catalog with her partner or her friend, and I don't know how they do it. It's a lot of stuff, but they tend to buy it all. So if you really want to go and see somebody that buys a lot or most of it, she's one of them. I think Patty Bennett also buys most of it. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I have a feeling that she buys most of it. Oh my gosh, Stamping from the Front Porch. I forgot her name. I can't believe I blacked out. She buys almost all the stuff too. So again, I mean, I just can't. I don't do these for a living. If I could, I would do this for a living. I just can't, right? So I have to be realistic. Nancy's saying she's buying it because one day she's going to retire, maybe at age 85. Oh, Nancy, I hear you. I'm right there with you. But I did get what I think I'm going to be able to use. And you guys know I'm going to keep using some of the stuff. I've been very good and very honest about that. My business model, which is not business, let's face it, is not just to sell my business. I guess I'm in here because I like creating. And so that's my goal, creating and having fun. And I would hate to have to limit myself only to what's available because that's what you can get. Yeah, that would be very sad for me because I have a lot of stuff now, right? And so I need to use it. I need to use it, and maybe I'll give it away, some of it, and sell some of it. But I like what I get for a reason. So, anyways, okay, guys. Phew. Same as always. Thank you so much for being here, for being, troopers, for staying all the way. If you liked the video and you have not subscribed, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And thank you all those of you who have shared. And to your Facebooks or your Instagrams or wherever you share. I appreciate that very much. And we're getting close to our 4,000 people. Yay. I'm so excited about that. I do have my gifts here, so we'll have that next week. I will make a raffle. I will make the raffle beforehand, guys, because I unfortunately no longer have that very elegant software. No, it was not software. It was like an app. I no longer have that. It was costing me money, and I was like, I don't know why I'm doing this. So, but I will make the raffle and bring it up to you guys, and I'll let you know who wins. I have one for Facebook and one for YouTube, and yeah. That's it. That's all, folks. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening and you have a wonderful weekend. And those of you who are in the coloring class, I'll see you Sunday. I sent the email, guys. Not most, but some of you are here. I hope you got it. Let me know if you didn't. Go to Facebook. Let me know. Send me an email or something. Okay? So thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your evening and many, many blessings to you.